So it is Friday the 26th, and I am in Wisdom, Montana. And apparently tomorrow morning, there is supposed to be the Cow Pasture Open golf tournament. And yeah, right now the whole town is in an uproar. It's going nuts. The whole maybe 65 people that live here, and because the Golf Channel is in town. And they open up and they set up in this big pasture, and the night before tonight, they let a bunch of cows in to get some fresh patties, and they play golf around it. And for Friday night and Saturday night, everybody gets drunk. They play bad golf, trying to avoid patties of cow shit, and get drunk again. And even though it's only really a one-day event, it turns into a 3-day hangover, apparently. Or so says the talk of the town, when I was in town earlier today. Also, there is a fire in Bitterroot National Forest, which is just on the other side of this range, which you can barely see because the smoke is starting to fill the horizon to such thickness that you can't even see 10 miles anymore. So this whole big sky country is turning into big smoke country. Haha. Well, not funny, but bad joke. Whatever. But yeah, things are good. I've been rolling every day now for probably about 8 days in a row. Hadn't taken a day off. Thank God. Even on my slowest day, which was today, I made about 32 miles. I wish I did more, but but something's better than nothing, and I guess that'll be my rest day because it was, for the most part, pretty downhill, pretty even kill. But tomorrow I have Chief Joseph Pass. I'm not too terribly stoked about it, but I kind of am, actually. Like, I want to get as far as I possibly can. So I'm going to try and push it 72 miles to the next campsite where I can camp for free. But but the first 30 miles and to Chief Joseph Pass is like all uphill. So we'll see. We'll see. I heard it was really steep, but hopefully it's not too bad. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I miss people. Things are good. I eat a lot. I eat so much. I can't stop eating. Other than that, I really don't know what else to say. I kind of miss home. But kind of don't. I think I just miss more people. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Just thinking about where I'm going to set up tent, how long I can sleep tonight, and how early I can get up in the morning to kill this pass before the apparently killer 90-degree heat that these people are not used to. So, anyway, I hope I'm not using up too much battery, so meh. Oh, and this is the very shitty bike camp, but you can camp for free. Even though it's in Bitterroot National Forest, I don't see any trees. Well, any better trees. And you can camp anywhere in National Forest for the most part. But this is where I am at. And it's kind of pretty, sort of. And you have this little shed. Yeah, see, you're supposed to be able to see mountains all across the horizon, and you can barely see them. But the smoke is just getting so thick, and you can kind of see it kind of wafting in town. And it's like this low-lying haze. Earlier this morning it wasn't too bad, but it gets worse and worse every day. And this is, ooh, Jesus, just saw something crawl under here. This is our spot, broken chair, rocks are brought in to hold the map down, 2 more broken chairs, and flies the size of bats, I swear. Look at these things. Look at that. Stay still. Damn it. Well, yeah, I mean, they're crazy. They're huge. Honestly, I mean, that's bigger than the size of a dime. It's insane. Yeah, ugh. So I was debating on actually sleeping in here tonight. Probably pitching my tent right there. And then I saw all these bad boys and I was like, you know what? Probably not. But this will not be my humble abode for the evening, I'll tell you that. Plus, I've noticed whenever I set up in the sun, straight up, no shade areas, I wake up with the dawn, which is now getting closer to being about 6 a.m. I kind of miss waking up at 5:20, 5:30 with the sun. Those were the good days, but apparently winter is going to be creeping in pretty soon this year because especially this area has already seen mid-20 degree weather so far in August, which apparently shouldn't be happening until the end of August, and that was towards the middle. So we'll see how far north I can make it. And yeah, I'm still riding alone. Excuse me, kind of glad that I am. It's been weird, I have to say. It's been a weird adjustment after riding with somebody for at least a couple of weeks. Riding with somebody at least every day for probably 3 weeks. And for the past 4 days, 3 days, I haven't been riding with anybody, yet still meeting other cyclists, which is good because I mean I still get my interaction with other cyclists and get the scoop on what to expect ahead, and I can give them the scoop of what to expect in the other direction. Obviously we're going in opposite directions. I'm going northwest, everybody else is going southeast. So I haven't really met up with anybody else that's going my direction, and even if I did, I'm not sure that I'd really want to ride with them. Just because it's kind of nice to go at my own pace and not have to worry and wait or have anybody wait on me. So it's good. And that, and you know, when you find other cyclists who wind up spending a lot of money just credit card touring, you wind up going out to eat with them, and even if you don't get like the $10 hamburger that doesn't even fill you up, and just because it says bison burger doesn't mean it's worth it, really. It's so not. But you wind up spending more money whenever you're hanging out with other people who are also spending money, which is a huge concern, especially when you're budgeting less than what it costs to go out to eat for one meal for a single day, you know. And that daily budget includes your camp fees if there are any, and food for that day. So unfortunately it's been very, very hard again to stay on budget when you're having to pay for camp fees. And although that's not what I planned for when I started off, I can't not think about it like that. I can either suck it up and figure out a way to make it work without having to pull a lifeline to occasionally refill on the bucks. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Because you want to know that you can do it all and do it all on your own. But I'm not invincible and I can't always do it on my own. And sometimes I do have to ask for help. So I thank my family very much for being there and supporting me. And putting that $40 and $50 in my bank account whenever I'm like, I need some money. And trying to make it stretch for as long as I can. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. I'm very appreciative of that support. But, you know, against all odds, I suppose, especially in facing situations like that, I'm still here and I'm still doing it. I'm still pretty far. 3 days from the border of Canada. That's 3 long days from the border of Canada. Probably 5 days for me. However, I've changed my route. I'm not going straight into Canada from Montana. I am going to go to BC from Washington State. So I'll figure that out, I guess, more in detail when I get to Washington State. But as much as I'm in the mood to talk, I'm not sure how much more juice and how much more memory I have. So I'll try and be sparing. Adios.